Hey, I'm Winona Lloyd and welcome to my digital guide on mobile technology for human anatomy students. Sit back, relax and prepare to be schooled on your trusty mobile device. In this guide, you'll be informed on how mobile learning can be integrated into anatomy and human biology. We'll explore global trends touching base on the affordability and affordances of mobile devices while also having a look at our Australian context in association with this technology. We'll also cover key educational approaches and how these link to 5 different uses of mobile technology to benefit your educational experience. Rewinding back to the year 1983, the first commercial mobile phone went for sale at a costly price of $4,000. Since then, smart devices are now owned by more than 65% of the population, and with this rapid growth in technology, it is only evident that our devices will also evolve, specifically in their affordance and affordability. In this context, affordance refers to the different functions available via a mobile device, while affordability is someone's ability to purchase this technology. These terms have an inverse relationship where high affordance devices are typically low in affordability. However, living in a developed and wealthy country, Australia is fortunate in that we have access to high affordance technology with somewhat high affordability. For developing countries, their focus is directed more towards higher affordability, meaning lower affordances. Unfortunately, nowadays devices with higher affordances are becoming crucial for opportunities in higher education, thus developing countries are disadvantaged. Despite these differences, both developed and developing countries share an overall trend of rapid advances in affordances, that being an increase in mobile devices functionality. There are 3 main learning approaches I recommend for human anatomy students to utilize throughout their educational experience. Have you ever wondered why we have lectures? This form of learning is an example of the educational approach known as information transmission. It involves the passive transference of knowledge from an experienced individual to an inexperienced individual. Human anatomy is an extremely content-heavy course, thus due to this approach supporting the transmission of extensive amounts of information, students will be greatly benefited. The weekly quizzes anatomy students are required to do is an example of the behaviourist educational approach. This form of learning is reliant on the learner being positively or negatively reinforced, such as receiving a correct or incorrect answer. It is linked to Skinner's theory of operant conditioning, where an individual's behaviour is moulded. Situated learning is an approach that immerses the learner in an environment where the concepts taught can be applied immediately. It develops a deeper and more meaningful understanding of the content being taught. Augmented reality is an educational tool that supports this form of learning and will be discussed in greater depth later in this guide. One of the first things you will learn in the ANHB course is that majority of topics covered from human evolution to reproduction interlink with one another. As seen in the first lecture, this image of a mind map is a classic example of the information transmission learning approach. As mentioned before, this educational tool allows the user to deconstruct or link concepts together, organizing information into clear, concise groups. While being simple and easy to produce, it is highly effective for visual learners due to its graphical nature. There are thousands of applications readily available to download on your mobile device that cover a variety of learning approaches. From a human anatomy perspective, behaviourist apps such as Anatomist promote revision and memorization of concepts learned in the course. The quizzes within the app help solidify knowledge through positive and negative reinforcement. Quick response codes embody both an information transmission and situated learning approach. They are 2-dimensional optical tags that provide a hard link between the physical and virtual world. QR codes are user-friendly and highly interactive. With one scan, you are easily linked to varying multimedia content. Have a go! Scan this QR code with your device and you will be directed to the Human Biology Interactive online learning site. With the rise of mobile learning, electronic books are proving to be advantageous over hard copy textbooks. They are digital copies of written text which are readily stored on your mobile device, facilitating an information transmission learning approach. For anatomy students, we are often required to purchase multiple heavy books for the mass amount of knowledge we need to know. Ebooks solve this issue through their lightweight, portable nature. Tired of flicking through hundreds of pages to find one topic? Ebooks contain a search feature enabling you to locate specific material by typing in keywords. Saladin's Anatomy and Physiology, the major text recommended by the Human Anatomy Coordinators, is available in an ebook format. Augmented reality functions by overlaying the real and virtual world. With the information being digitally annotated onto physical objects, this promotes a situated learning approach. Anatomy 4D is a prime example of this educational tool being integrated into human biology. In this app, 3D projections can be seen through the mobile device, annotating the learner's immediate surroundings. I first asked one of my peers to critique my guide, who explained that using Powtoon benefited both the aesthetic and engagement of the presentation. However, I had overloaded slides with too much content. Although difficult to do, I managed to exclude some texts that weren't too crucial to the guide while also removing some animations, as I wanted the focus to be on the content rather than the aesthetics. After these adjustments, a second peer evaluated my presentation, pointing out that majority of the text displayed were word-for-word information that I had already verbally analysed. As a result, I went back and paraphrased the content, ensuring to only include key terms, as the text view should only act as a supporting material for the verbal aspects of my digital guide.
Created using Powtoon.